depression, lethargy, low energy, all those things come from overstimulation. And I'm going to explain you exactly why and how to overcome that. The thing is, when you are feeling this low energy, it's usually because you have, instead of actual low energy, low motivation. So you actually don't feel like doing anything because your default mode is scroll on social media, just watch random YouTube videos for entertainment, just waste time around on any other bad habit like watching Netflix, like consuming junk food, playing video games, right? Watching porn. But the thing is, all these things make you actually not motivated to do hard things. That's where the solution comes in. Boredom is your solution. A dopamine detox is your solution. Spiking your dopamine levels, right? What will get you is to always crash below baseline. And the more you do it, the lower your baseline becomes. And then what happens? There comes a point in which you are perpetually depressed, in which just to feel normal, you got to go back to the bad habits. If you are, for example, a gamer, you probably, if you have been like playing for solid 10 years or something, you probably don't get fulfillment anymore from playing video games. You have to play 18 hours straight to just feel something. And you just don't really enjoy it anymore. I know because it happened to me. And this is the thing. If you simply stop everything you're doing, stop every single instant gratification. I gotta explain you this because you might not be aware of it, but there's two things. One is called instant gratification and the other one is called delayed gratification. When you do instant gratification is when you do something that feels pleasurable in the moment, but in the long run is going to make you feel bad because of this dynamic that I just explained you on the dopamine. The dopamine is the neurotransmitter of motivation. And if you go and do delay gratification stuff, right, something very different will happen. It will feel bad right now, but afterwards, it's going to feel good. It's like wearing a very tight pair of shoes just for the pleasure of removing them. But the beauty about this approach is that your dopamine level, let's say this is your baseline, it will drop when you are, for example, working out, when you're, for example, just working on a project or something, right? That is very hard and you don't really want to do it, but you do it. Then you finish up and your dopamine is down here, but your dopamine levels go back to baseline, but not to your usual baseline, but a little bit above. That's why a lot of people that go regularly to the gym will say, "Oh yeah, I just don't feel good if I don't go to the gym that day." That's because when they go to the gym and they come out of it, they raise their baseline, their dopamine baseline, and they feel better. They feel more motivated. They feel more energized. It's not really energy. Well, in the long run, in other aspects, it is, but it's not just about that. It's actually the fact that they have more motivation. And of course, these habits are quite hard. I mean, not everybody's doing them, and there's a reason for it. Because just getting over that initial friction can be really difficult and can prevent a lot of people from actually starting those good habits. But I got the solution for you. Like I said, this dopamine detox was like a really interesting concept that started to pop off on the internet like 3 or 4 years ago, and a lot of people were doing it wrong. One of the few people that actually did it very well was Hamza, because he didn't do like a quick challenge and went back to his bad habits, but instead of that, he did like a dopamine reduction in the long run, something sustainable, not just a quick fix, right? People are always looking for quick fixes, and it doesn't fucking work. That's the reality. There's no shortcuts, but this actually will allow you to go further, faster, and easier, because this is the right approach. What you must do is basically stop everything you are doing. Absolutely everything. I'm not asking you to go and start doing the good habits, the holistic self improvement habits, the three core habits, which are meditating, working out, meditating for mental health, for expanding your consciousness, for raising your vibrational level, working out for the body, and reading for the mind. And on top of that, the other part of this process is basically building an online business or a monetizable skill and actually monetize it. But I talk about that in depth in other videos. This one is specifically for getting over lethargic feelings and kind of anxiety and depression, low energy levels in general, or perceived low energy levels. So this is the thing. When you stop doing everything, and when you are not doing the good habits, neither the bad ones, you are in this limbo state of boredom, pure boredom. And in pure boredom is where you must remain for a good while. Let's say you spend 3 days straight without doing anything at all. Take this as a challenge, and you will see. Just write down in a list exactly the things that you're not going to be doing. The forbidden instant gratification stuff. Everything that spikes your dopamine. Listening to music, yes, even listening to music. Don't worry, this is not going to be eternal. But listen to music. You cannot listen to music. You cannot watch TV, or you cannot watch Netflix, YouTube, any social media. Just don't go into the fucking internet. Don't communicate to anybody. Turn off all the notifications from your phone. And that one, we are going to actually leave it turned off, because that shit, bro, come on, just please respect yourself a little bit. Your phone just grabbing your attention in the middle of the day when you're trying to focus on anything, that actually leaves a residual effect of misguided attention that you are not going to get back, at least from 20 minutes. You will have to spend like 20 minutes trying to go back and focus on what you were doing, and in the background is going to be that thing that you had, that notification. So it's a really bad idea. It's not like the 1 minute that you go and just make sure it's nothing important. It's going to remain in the background. So turn off all notifications. No junk food, no nothing. If you want to pair this with a full day of fasting, the first day is going to be even better. 24 hours. Do not do intermittent fasting. That's just a stupid idea. Just full blown 24 hours fasting to activate autophagy. It's going to be really good for you, for you, trust me. Search it up. And no junk food, no nothing. Like I said, no video games, no, let me think what else could you be doing. Of course, no porn or masturbation, no nothing of that kind. So you get clear on those things and what you can actually do. These are going to be the list of good habits, but you don't have to do them. You don't have to do anything at all. In this day, you're going to, first of all, I do recommend you to use this day to prepare your timetable or a habit tracker, or both is a good combination, having a habit tracker for your morning routine and a timetable. It's going to be really good. I got a lot of videos about habit trackers and timetables and that kind of stuff. And on my course, like the free course I got here, the Lion Racers course, I do recommend you to go there. You will learn there how to build a timetable. So that's a very good reference for that, for building a timetable and a habit tracker. I don't remember if I place a habit tracker there, but at least a timetable there is there. So I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. Dime. Ya voy. So basically, that's pretty much the thing. The good habits that you can engage with are going to be just walking, taking a walk in the park like I'm doing right now. You can record videos, right? Don't go into social media, so I don't recommend you to upload them right there that day, but you can practice and just record a couple of videos or something if you want to start into YouTube. Also, you can write down on a journal, grab a notebook and a piece of a pen, right? And you will write down whatever comes to your mind. Remember, always just at least format it. Make like the format, the date and the hour that you're writing down. You will be thankful with your old self for doing this and just writing down what you have done in the day, or maybe your feelings about something, or maybe doing some deep journaling. Deep journaling means basically to ask yourself a question, a very important question, or maybe when you are about to take a decision, to make a really important decision, and just debate it. But it's going to be way better than debate it in your mind, because when you are writing, you are teaching yourself to think in a structured manner. You're teaching yourself to actually think in a logical uh, pattern. So yeah, that's a very good idea. Those are basically some of the things that you can do. You can also read, but you can literally do absolutely nothing. Just stare at the wall. You can meditate as well. Meditation is going to be a really good idea. And that's pretty much it. Those are basically the good habits. You can work on a business. You can work trying to build up your business online and just learning about it through books. Don't go to social media for that. You can learn from social media, but after this 3 day period, then after you have finished up the 3 day period, at the beginning, I'm telling you, when you are not engaging with any of the bad habits and you are just worrying yourself to death, maybe the first day you're not going to really feel like doing the good habits. It's going to feel hard still. That's why I'm not recommending you to jump straight into them, but leaving them as an optional thing. And what's the beauty about this? That you you will be just chilling, right? Sport as fuck, but just chilling. Then you will be building your timetable and that kind of stuff, thinking, oh, what are the good habits I want to be engaging with, right? I want to develop perhaps my consciousness, right? And have a good mental health. I want to read because I need knowledge to actually become somebody successful and know what the fuck to actually do with my life. Maybe I'm interested on nutrition. Maybe I'm interested on working out. Maybe I'm interested on learning how to program, and I can do those things through books, because books are the more in-depth knowledge that you are going to get in your whole life. Never, there's no other place to get it, because there are guys that has been like 40 years researching a topic, and then they go and write a book about it. So that's a really good idea. That's a really good thing. Excuse me, I'm just right now I can't. I'm sorry. So that's the that's the main thing. What else? What else? What else? What else? I lost my train of thought. Yeah. The other thing is basically go um Go on. Oh shit. Yeah, I lost it completely. Well, anyways, working out is the other good habit, right? But the reason I'm not telling you to go straight into these things. Oh yeah. I remember. So just make sure to write down those habits that you want to do. Let's say you want to also work on a business. You can write down the work. You can read the book about the work, so you learn how to actually spend only like 2 or 3 hours working, but doing really high quality work, high leverage work that is going to get you to your desired outcome. So that's a good thing. That's a good idea. But like I said, none of these are going to be right now your main focus. Your main focus is detoxifying your brain. Dopamine is not a toxin, but anyways, detoxifying your brain from this overstimulation, from this excess of dopamine, and then reopening basically your dopamine receptors, so you can actually get to a healthy baseline. Go back to a healthy baseline. That's basically the whole thing. Once you do that, you can you will see how easily you can start to actually do the good habits. Of course, lower the bar of entry and do not go straight into trying to make, let's say, read 50 pages of a book when you have never read consistently, because you might do that. You might read the 50 pages, or you might go for a 2 hour workout or whatever, right? But you're not going to return because it was so painful, so hard at the beginning, that you're not going to actually enjoy it. You got to learn to enter into new skills, new habits that you want to develop at your current level. Exactly at the place in which the learning curve is going to be perfect for you. You gotta realize, all right, I cannot read that much. I might only be able to read and don't feel like terrible just by reading 1 page per day or 2 pages per day. All right, I'll read only 1 to 2 pages. It's fine. It's really easy. It's not that easy that I'm bored, but it's not that hard that it feels really difficult. So once you do this, I'm telling you, you do that, you will be able to get consistent at it, and it's going to be the only thing that you are actually get fun out of in your day. So it's fucking perfect. This video got too long already. I didn't want it to make it that long, but you got the idea. I think you are prepared for doing this. So just go and do it, implement it, go to the course that I told you. See, you need more help with this, and if you really want to improve your life, I am doing like free coaching calls right now. So click the link in the description and to set up a call through Calendly and all that kind of stuff, so you can start getting to this stuff, man, to start improving your life. That's it. Delusion backed up just by words is just delusion, but delusion backed up by relentless action, that's called faith, brother. Remember, duty, honor, and pride. I'll see you on the next one.